Hello everybody, welcome to Z.A.T.O. I love the world and everything in it. I got this last year and I've been meaning to play it. In a recent video that iPatchWolf did, he mentioned it.
Pragmata, I'm playing Eugenics, two very systems-heavy, gameplay-centric games, and Mixtape is something I will stick on in between them, and then I will go back and play Fear and Hunger, and then I will go play Z.A.T.O, the visual novel, you know? Because I love games to be a broad spectrum of experiences that you can kind of just pick and choose.
And he mentioned Z.A.T.O, and I was like, oh, I have that on, my list that I've been meaning to do for a year, maybe more by this point. I think because of milk inside of a bag of milk inside of a bag of milk, and then the sequel, milk outside of a bag of milk outside of a bag of milk outside of a bag of milk. And those games are great. I played them on stream. I don't know if I recorded them, if I kept recordings of them. But I think this was recommended in the same vein of those. So that's why today we're going to go through Z.A.T.O. I think the game's much longer than the Milk series. But anyway, when he mentioned that he was enjoying it, I was like, all right, let me get in here and see what's going on with it. Did you know that our sun is a very unusual star? To start with, it's a yellow dwarf. Those constitute for just 7 to 10% of all the stars in the universe. It's an outlier even among those. Most yellow dwarfs are primarily covered with dark spots. The sun isn't. The majority of its surface is bright. In fact, it has 3 times the number of light spots than it does dark spots. Sure, its overall brightness index is nothing special. You could even call it underwhelming compared to other stars of its type. But even so, it works harder than most to shine as bright as it can. And I find that really cute. It is very cute. Oh, also, I'm using my old model because I keep trying to go in and figure out how to make the hair on my new model flow like I did for this one, but I'm so bad at Unity. So every time I go in there, I end up breaking something and I just have to go back to the one that I was able to successfully make. One day I'll be able to pay for a new model. But until then, I've just got these 2 to work with. I don't remember where I read about this. Must have been some newspaper from years ago, but that small piece of trivia still pops in my mind whenever I look up at the morning sky. It's not much of a view, to be honest. Not much of a sky, not much of a sun. I guess that's the kind of region it is. Some people say the sun is just lazing around in our parts, what with the constant snow. But people that go around saying that, well, they clearly haven't read that newspaper. The more I thought about things like that, and the more I learned, the more I realized how incredible everything is. I'm not just saying that to mean amazing. I mean improbable. You can't deny the world is full of great coincidences. It's to the point where I've begun to ask myself how much of it we can attribute to pure chance. The universe was so kind as to give us both a star and a planet with the perfect conditions for sentient life. Just the slightest fluctuation in the composition of our atmosphere, the size of the globe, or the distance between the Earth and the Sun, and none of us, none of the beauty surrounding us, would exist. Some would call it a miracle. And of course, that's a lovely way to put it, but isn't that giving the world we're living in too little credit? Oh, but it's Not that I subscribe to the anthropic principle or anything. I'm not so arrogant as to believe the universe exists just for our sake. Or rather, I'm not so sure it exists solely to be observed. When a baby is born, it's not preoccupied with how it is perceived. That conscious need emerges later, as the child develops self-awareness. Until that point, its curiosity is aimed at its surroundings. So, if anything, it's the opposite of what the anthropic principle entails. We're social creatures, so the need to be observed makes sense for our survival. But to say the universe itself shares that priority, it just doesn't make sense to me. Oh my god, am I recording? Yeah. Yeah, okay, it is. I don't think I need to, but that's fine. Although you can also think about it this way, a child is curious about the world because it perceives the world as external. But what if the child is the world? What if all that it could ever observe existed within itself? What can the all-encompassing universe be curious about? There's nothing but itself, so nothing but itself. There's nothing else to care about in the whole wide world. It is the world. Duh. Oh wait, now this makes perfect sense. If I put it like that, I guess the universe has no choice but to be self-centered. Even if this wasn't the case when it was born, what if the universe developed a desire to be perceived by others as it matured? The same way that a child would. And what do we do when we want others to perceive us a certain way? We try to mold ourselves accordingly. Ah, I think I get it now. The universe gradually felt the desire to be seen. It wanted to be admired, loved, and observed because there's nothing more a world can do but to observe itself. It's the best and only pastime there is as far as the world is concerned. And if observation is good, more observation is even better. And of course, an endless universe can observe itself endlessly. You can say that its observation value equals infinity. That value may seem absolute, but it isn't really. Not in mathematics. Infinity plus 1 exists. It's a value that the universe could never reach as a singular, albeit infinite observer. So it had to create new, finite observers to add to its infinity. It needed to create sentient life. Sentient life is the plus 1. When I put it like that, it sounds like all of us are extras at a party. No. Now isn't that fun? This vast, mighty universe changed itself so meticulously to make new observers possible. It fine-tuned all of its systems so precisely just to have us here. It worked so hard just to share its one joy with us. Us worthless insects. Oh no. Oh no, this can't be. That's cute. That's really cute. I should have expected this. I should have known the infinite universe would be infinitely cute. This world truly is wonderful. 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 Ira Grachevskia is missing. Huh? I look up from my desk. A low hum runs through the class. Grachevskia? Sorry, I can't pronounce that very well. What? Seriously? She's just skipping. Ah, she ran off with that one guy. You saw? No, but come on, you know her. She's totally... Silence! The teacher taps her journal on the desk. Ira's parents filed the report yesterday night. They haven't seen her since she left for school. Another round of whispers. The teacher raises her voice. Oh, it's a... So if any of you have any information that might help in finding Era, please report to the teacher's office or the police after class. That is all. On to the lesson. A chair creaks in the back. Oh, wait. You really just expect us to study like normal after hearing that? Yeah. Yeah, we're shocked, you know. We're worried sick. Seriously, our classmate's missing. Our friend, our Erochka. The room fills with repulsive giggles. Repulsive? Cut it out. Garen back and sit back down. The teacher's voice sounds just as dry as it did when she broke the news. Oh, all right. I will continue editing the teacher's voice, I guess. She turns towards the blackboard to write down the date. We all know the situation will probably resolve itself just fine, so let's not act dramatic. If you have anything valuable to say, I'll be happy to hear it in the office. She puts the chalk down and begins the lesson. It's December 19th, a couple days after my birthday. I got nothing for my birthday, but that's okay. I'm used to that. A bird flies past the window. Or maybe I got a magazine of the sun. If he's a main recurring character, I guess I'll give him a better voice. Let's go with the Kel voice. Disappearance, give me a break. Aren't you supposed to wait 3 days or something? That's a myth. You can file a missing report whenever, specifically if it's a kid. Oh yeah. Hey, let's report each other as missing and see who they find first. Hi, you're on. No, but seriously, what's with the sudden hubbub? So, she didn't come home, big deal. I thought wandering off was her whole thing, right? That's just Gretchevska for you. Better parents just want some attention. Like they need any more of that. I mean, I've heard of some weird cases. Yeah, never say never. Crazy is genetic. You think she's in some crack house now? No way. Do we even have any? I wish. At least there'd be something fun to do. Honestly. Hey. But she's like, for sure with the guy, right? The guy? You don't know? A bunch of people have seen them together. It's some older dude. He's like 30 or something. Yeah. You serious? Yeah, it's so trashy. I slowly walk behind my classmates as we head to the next lesson. It's irritating. Their conversation is ticking me off. I'm not sure why. It's not as if they aren't making sense. It's not unusual for Ira to wander off somewhere on her own. I'm not treating this news with any real gravity. Really, I'm no better than them. There is a trace of worry in my head, but it isn't directed towards Ira. Instead. When I first heard about her disappearance, the thought that flashed into my mind was rather ugly. Now nobody will come to save me. Gross. But regardless of what people are saying, and regardless of what I personally think, that's still a missing person. Poor parents must be so worried. Just picturing it makes me feel glum. I'm not surprised Ira would just run off somewhere without telling anybody, but still. It's not like we've ever been friends. It would be stranger if I acted all torn up about it, right? She's just that kind of person, always getting herself in trouble, always hanging out in places she's not supposed to be at. They're right, this wouldn't be the first time Ira left for God knows where, but is it really true? The stuff they said about that older man? I've never even seen or heard anything like that. Even though this whole time... I suppose it's plausible, knowing how some girls are. Even so, I'd never have thought Ira would be the type to be love-struck like that. Love-struck, huh? When I put it that way, then it's almost... yeah, it's most definitely cute. Ira in love. Forbidden love, too. Wow, I'd never have guessed. I never took that girl for a romantic, but she is a girl at the end of the day. And she does like those types of books. So perhaps she was planning to elope all along? Oh crap, it's all so complicated. I'm really torn on this, I really am. On one hand, it's super romantic. Such a beautiful young love with no regard for what anyone thinks. It's so incredible. It's incredibly cute. But on the other hand, I'm really sad. It's selfish and it's dumb, but if Ira is really gone, it's like I've got nothing to hope for anymore. Hey, Shubina. You know anything about this? He's got it. His ear is nicked. Are you okay, man? You getting in some fights? Asya? That's our name? No. Why would I? Well, you two are pretty close, right? Their whole group chuckles. We weren't. No? No, not at all. Really? Oh, really? I thought you two were dykes. What? They all erupt in laughter. We weren't. We didn't even talk. Oh, I thought that was Vadim. Go, Vadim, you dumbass. Grachevskaya's screwing the old guy. She ain't like that. I don't know, some chicks swing both ways. You never know these days. I don't, it's... Oh, look at her face. Chill out, Shubina. We're just kidding, jeez. Why are you getting so scared anyways? You really a lesbo or something? I'm not. They just keep laughing. What can I even say to that? No matter what I do, they just keep laughing. If Ira came in through the door right now and heard what they were saying, all hell would break loose. I mean, she only disappeared a day ago. She's probably just coming late today. She doesn't even know there's a missing report. Maybe she's already left her lover's place. Maybe she's trudging through our snowy schoolyard as we speak. No, she's already inside. She's already left her wet, puffy jacket in the cloakroom. And now she's going down the corridor. Up the stairs, to the left. That's right, she's coming. She's gonna storm in any minute now, right? Right? That's it. I hear her. I can hear her footsteps. She's coming. Ira's coming. What's with that face? You look like you're holding in a shit. She's totally a lesbo. I'm not. I've never talked to her, I told you. The steps walk past the classroom. Now that they're closer, they don't sound like her at all. They never sounded like her in the first place. But this is something that I'm kind of... that I do too, is more than anything, I like the sound of how people walk and their body posture, what I see and hear. I have to really focus in on people's words. Well, maybe not with her, but in general. Yeah, you don't have a boyfriend, right, Shubina? Why is that? I don't know. Dude, look at her. Be real. Come on, don't say that. What, you want to be her boyfriend? Hey, Shubina, want to go out with Igor? Oi! Oh, what? Come on, he's a great guy, right, Igor? You'd treat her right. Piss off, man. I'm not doing this. bite my tongue. There I go again. Bad habit. It's not like it works anyways. Why do I keep doing it? I plop down at my desk and start mindlessly flipping through the textbook. I need to stop indulging fantasies like that. It just makes me feel stupid every time. If Ira came in through that door and beat them up right then and there, would it really help my case? They'd probably keep saying those same things behind her back. And to my face. I guess it really would be the worst. Yeah, I shouldn't have wished for that. If Ira saw that, it would just add fuel to the fire. So it's a good thing that she didn't interfere. It's a good thing. It's a really great thing. Ha! At least these guys don't bother me for the rest of the day. Everyone's too preoccupied with gossip. I can't focus on studying either. I keep thinking... The last time I saw Ira, the teacher says her parents saw her leaving in the morning, but she didn't show up to class. That part's nothing new. Ira always had a bad attendance record, so I assume she skipped as usual and went to see that man they talked about. Did she go to him right away? Because in that case, yesterday evening... Go home, Asya. The teacher's office, was it? I'm kind of scared going straight to the police, but I should. I should probably report that. Not sure if it would be any help. And for some reason, the idea of telling anyone what I saw, something about it just doesn't sit right with me. But there's no logical reason for that. I need to get over myself. Sure, she's probably fine. I know that. Freaking everyone knows that. But if she's not, well, I'm gonna regret it big time. Oh, but I might also be tearing star-crossed lovers apart. If Ira really ran away to be with someone that she cares about so deeply, away from society's ridicule, would it really be right to ruin it? Crap. I have to admit, I'm also a little judgmental. I mean, it's really beautiful. I do believe that judging love like that is ugly, but whenever I start to consider it closely, I just can't brush off how much older that man is. I just can't. Oh, I'm really no better than the rest. Wait, that's it. So that's why I don't want to tell anyone about what I saw. It must be the good in me screaming, don't ruin their good fortune. They're probably so happy together right now, it's none of your business. Gosh, yes, that must be it. That explains everything. Should I follow my heart then? Should I keep silent? It's not as if what I had seen will make a difference. It was kind of inconsequential. There's no point in telling anyone about it at all. It's not the kind of information that points to any particular location or culprit. Not that there is one. So let's keep silent and everyone will be happy. I'll be happy, the good irrational me will be happy, and the cold reasonable me will be happy as well. That's so fucking true. The irrational side and the cold reasonable side? Dude, trying to balance that shit? Ugh. Yep. Good job, Asya. You solved it. Huh, it sure is nice to have a clean conscience. Well, no need to loaf around here any longer. Guess I better head home. Counterpoint! Counterpoint. What if, and bear with me here, if Ira is actually missing? Despite all odds, there is always a possibility that she is in danger, and if there's even the tiniest chance that my report will help in finding her, then that info is worth providing. This is how it goes. This is how the brain fucking works, dude. dude. And if she really did elope with her beloved, then my testimony won't change a thing. It's worthless at worst. That's true. If I carefully weigh the pros and cons, that off chance of Ira being in danger and my words being the key to saving her makes for a strong argument. Whoa. My words being the key to saving her. Wow. Yeah, that would be so amazing. Then I'd come and visit her in the hospital and she wouldn't know how to thank me. She'd say I shouldn't have. She'd say, I told you to leave me alone, dummy. But then I'd just shake my head and respond, it's nothing, I was just doing what I was supposed to. No, I gotta come with something cooler. I'll need to think about that. Wait, why is she in the hospital? Do I hope Ira ends up in the hospital? Jeez, of course not. I don't need my freaking testimony to save her. I hope my testimony is useless because she's already home. Or is calling home, telling her parents how happy she is with the love of her life. That's what I hope for. Oh, I just keep having stupid thoughts today. At least I know what I should do now. I've made my decision. I'm going to the teacher's office. Where was it again? I doubt they expect anyone to come. I'll probably look kind of silly. Wouldn't be the first time. Well, who cares? Walking. Down the staircase, to the right, down the hall. There, that's the teacher's office. A girl? There's a girl standing there right by the door. I think I've seen her before. Is she an upperclassman? Our town is really tiny, and so is our school. If I were a better person, I would know her name. I don't know what type of personality she has, so give me like 4 or 5 lines to figure it out. Huh? She turns to look at me. I'm not sure what she's expecting, so I nod a little. You know, like her visage, her appearance doesn't really give all too much to her personality. I guess she's dressed similarly to Asya, except Asya's collar is up instead of down, maybe? I can't tell. Is there a queue? A queue? to the office? Oh no. I'm just waiting for someone. Oh, okay. Hey. What? Hang on, let me drink the rest of my Monster and then have some water to clear my throat. Caffeine is terrible for your throat. When you're trying to do voice stuff. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I've got a new fucking deck and I keep getting like completely stomped while playing it, and it's like driving me a little bit crazy. I've got like so many cards on my desk that I'm trying to figure out like different scenarios for, and I'm just What? You're Asya, right? You're Asya, right? Yes. How did you know? That's kind of a loaded question. How do we know anything? I mean, it's not like we have lots of faces to remember. Here. You know me too, right? Sorry. Really? Oh, that's what I was talking about. Oh, it's not that I don't care to remember everyone's names. It's just I don't know where other people get them from. They say that in tiny cities like this, everyone knows each other, but that's just not true. We learn about the people outside of our immediate circle through gossip or common friends, but I haven't made any new ones since the day Tatsia left. Tasya. Sorry. I put an extra T in there, but Tasya sounds really fucking funny. And gossip. Sure, sometimes I overhear my classmates chatting about this and that, but I don't like listening to them. I don't like their voices, so I try not to pay them too much attention. Wait. When I put it like that, it kind of does sound like my fault. My point is, when people regurgitate that idea of everyone knows everyone, the word everyone doesn't include me. The name's Marina. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. You got something to share about Grachevska? How did you know? What do you mean, how? We had an announcement, same as you. They told us to report to the teachers and all. Oh, I see. For some reason, I thought they only broke the news to us, Ira's classmates. But it makes sense they'd at least give the upperclassmen a heads up, just in case they happen to know her. Which means... You also know something about Ira? Yep. Oh, that's great. So you talked to the teachers already? Sure did. Wow. And what did you tell them? Tisk, tisk, tisk. That's between me and the investigation. You can't just spout info like that out in the open, Asya. The wall's got ears. I understand. Sorry. Okay, well, you don't have to apologize. Crap. I'm making an awful first impression. Not only did I not know her name like I was supposed to, but now I look like I don't know the first thing about vigilance. Oh, who am I kidding? I really don't. I'll just go in then. Marina suddenly blocks my path. Haha, no you won't. I'm sorry? You're not telling them anything. She gestures with her finger to the tact of each syllable. Why? Because... A bad feeling stirs up in my chest. Please don't tell me it's gonna end with the same thing as my classmates. Is this because I acted rude? I didn't mean to. Well, I never mean to. I just can't help it, can I? We just met and I've already managed to mess everything up. Damn it. I desperately search her face for signs of mockery, but weirdly, I can't find any. I've been waiting for you. Huh? Surprised? Of course I am. No, wait. This has to be some stupid ruse. I'm gonna believe this girl and then she'll just laugh in my face about it. I'm serious. Ira told me about you. Really? Yeah. Oh gosh, they talked about me? Wow. I'm shocked Marina is being as friendly as she is, considering the kind of description Ira could give. Wait, does this mean she's a friend of Ira's? For some reason I never thought about her having any, at least not at school. That was really presumptuous of me. I wonder if Ira is like... I wonder what Ira is like when she's with friends. I know you saw her yesterday. I figured you'd want to report it, so I ran here as soon as classes ended. I figured you'd want to report it, so, I guess it'd be easier to catch you between lessons, but... I got so caught up in all those stupid rumors. Kinda slipped my mind. She knows? But hey, what matters is that it all worked out. So why are you stopping me? Well, Marina looks around the empty quarter before lowering her voice. If you tell them about yesterday, you'll make everything worse. Huh? Let's not talk about this in front of the office, okay? Come on, let's go. She takes a step back and beckons me with her hand. I'm not sure what she has in mind, but it doesn't seem like a prank. Still... Wait... I know Ira's probably fine, but isn't it better to play it safe? The faster we share all we know with everyone, the... Quiet, you! I just said that we shouldn't talk about this stuff where the adults can hear. Ah. Marina grabs my hand and starts dragging me down the corridor. She's not exactly being quiet either. All of my stumbled protests sound so weak. They might as well be white noise to the other girl. Yes, I spent half a day doubting whether I should report it at all. So what? I carefully examined my options and came to my own conclusion. I deserve to see it through. I deserve to testify. Everybody testify! But some part of me is relieved that the ultimate choice was made for me. I mean, that silly gut feeling I thought I overcame with reason has come out on top. So there was something to it in the end. So I was right. My heart was right. Sure, I can't actually know that since I'm yet to hear what Marina has to say, but this can't be pure chance, can it? And if it's not, what does it actually hinge on? Did Marina show up because the world needed to stop me for the sake of something more important? Or did Marina show up because I subconsciously wished for something, for anything, to stop me? Whatever it was, I guess I don't mind this after all. I think I'll stick to the grander narrative angle for the time being. The world bending itself to the will of some worthless gnat is a preposterous idea. But it wouldn't be the first time for me, would it? And the fact that the world, for any reason, has decided to guide me towards the right path, that's so endlessly sweet. Down the stairs, to the lobby, to the coat room. I don't resist anymore. Marina drags me along and I can feel my doubt turning to excitement. This is definitely the right path. Ooh, I know that feeling. And it feels like knowing how, ooh. It just feels like dark and gross when you see it from the outside. This girl knows about Ira. I want to know more about Ira too. The whole wide world wants me to know. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Episode 1, Ira. Oh. I don't know how many episodes there are, so we're gonna find out. Blah. Oh, what the hell is your problem? Everyone's looking from Ira to Garen to the chair that just crashed on the floor next to the boy barely missing him. Huh? Grachievska, what the fuck? Grachievska, the fuck? Is she insane? Somebody call the teacher. Not paying any mind to the commotion that has filled the classroom, Ira storms toward Garen. Her face is contorted with rage. Before he can react, she rips the notepad from his hand and slams it on my desk. I hastily grab onto it. Read that again, I'll kick your teeth in. Are you nuts? Ira doesn't respond. For a second, she just glares at him, then turns around and stomps back to her desk. The classmates who were caught up in a laughing fit just a moment ago are now watching her in silent bewilderment. That was a crazy sentence. They scoot out of her way as she retrieves her bag, then heads towards the door. Crazy bitch. She ignores him. Grachievska, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't remember the teacher's voice. Bump. Hey! Ira forcefully pushes past the teacher. You! Grachievska! What? Grachievskaya. Am I missing a syllable? I don't know. What do you think you're doing? Your parents will hear about this. Her threat falls on deaf ears. Everyone knew Grachievska. She's always been like that, I think. No, not throwing chairs around. Ira had no regard for the rules that everyone's supposed to follow. I guess they call someone like her a problem child. Her parents got a lot of flack for it. It's only normal in a town like ours. Not just because it's small in size, but because of its, well, let's say, exclusivity. Vorkuta 5 prides itself on its virtually non-existent crime rate. That's the natural consequence of nobody being allowed to enter or exit without a permit. You're lucky to be here, to have a salary higher than the national average, to have access to goods people in the neighboring towns can't even dream of. Few get afforded such a privilege. Last time I checked, our population hasn't even hit 6,000. So when someone like Ira appears on this tiny society's radar, she's not just seen as a delinquent. So when someone like Ira appears on this tiny society's radar, she's not just seen as a delinquent. She's a puzzling stain on a community that's meant to be spotless. Like a weed that's sprouted in a painstakingly maintained flower garden. Of course, it's not as if she had appeared out of thin air. It's all in the family, they say. The blame falls on the people responsible, that is, on Ira's parents. And questions begin to arise. Why is Grachevsky's daughter behaving like this? Is there trouble at home? Do they believe this is acceptable? Do they not teach her discipline? Do they not understand how fortunate they are? They've been granted so much, and yet they can't do the bare minimum in raising their own child. Do they really want to be here? Do we want them to be here? I've heard a lot of talks like that. I've heard more after Ira threw the chair at Garen. I didn't get why. Everyone was just having fun, and it was my fault for bringing the notebook anyway. I was hoping to write a little in the library once school was done, but my bag slipped and all of the contents scattered on the floor. And of course, they would get curious about it. Of course, they'd want to read the silly things I wrote. It's not a big deal. It's not like I've ever taken poetry or drawing very seriously. Those are just fun distractions, nothing more. If people laugh, well, what's it matter to me? I couldn't wrap my head around it. I couldn't, but I still wanted to thank Ira somehow. She rarely shows up to school, and even when she does, she can just leave at random. I couldn't get a hold of her for a long time because of that. Well, that, and I also was really scared. Ira has never as much as looked at me. Even when she's lashed out at Garen, it was like I wasn't even there. But 2 weeks after the incident, it finally happened. We crossed paths. I went to the bathroom during some lesson. I think it was math. I came in through the door. And there she was, blowing white smoke through the half-open window. I didn't even know she was at school. Oh, hi. Ira shot me a disinterested look. Hi. I awkwardly scuttled past her to one of the stalls. After closing the door, I realized I was so nervous I couldn't do any of my business, so I just sat there thinking about how I should approach her. It's not like I had some long conversation or formalities in mind. I just wanted to say thanks. In theory, it should have been easy. But wouldn't that make me look like a weirdo too? Assuming she did all of that for me, that would just make me look self-centered. I had no idea how much time had passed while I was in the stall. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 20 seconds, but when I heard what sounded like her getting off the windowsill, I swung open the door. Wait! Huh? I froze up. She stood next to the window, bag in hand. The cold draft wafted through her hair. I had to say something. I got this rare chance. The world gave me this rare chance to tell her what I wanted. What am I supposed to say? Thank you? After I just tumbled out of a toilet stall? What? She raised an eyebrow. I just stood there with my mouth helplessly open, as if I'd just gone mute, as if every word in the Russian dictionary got wiped from my brain. Whatever. No, wait, please. I took a step towards her and she jolted away like I was a leper. I didn't know what I should say or ask. I just knew I had to say something, even if it was the first thing that popped into mind. What? What the hell do you want? Isn't it cold? Huh? The windowsill. When you sat smoking there right by the window, I thought, weren't you cold like that? She blinks. Not really. Maybe a little. Oh, I thought so. Anything else? No. I mean, yes, I'm sorry that you got in trouble. Huh? Well, I heard you got into a lot of trouble after that. You know, when Garen read my stupid poetry. I'm sorry for that. She eyed me for several seconds, which to me felt like an eternity. She then sighed and slowly flipped her hair back. Why are you apologizing? That had nothing to do with you. Well, I guess not. His voice was just getting on my nerves. I see. I looked down at the tiled floor. I knew that was the case, of course. It's not like I was hoping Ira jumped in to defend my honor or anything of the sort. I wanted to thank her regardless of intent, but no matter how hard I thought and tried to word it, everything just came out sounding awkward or wrong. Why does this always happen? Oh, that hurts. Yeah, I'm used to that too. Oh, I don't like this. The soles of her boots squeaked against the floor. She spun around and walked towards the door. This time, I made no attempt to stop her. Your poetry isn't stupid. Huh? Slam. I stood there dumbfounded. Did she just say that? Did I hear it right? Your poetry isn't stupid? Does that mean she likes it? Ira likes my poetry. Ira Grachevskaya. The bell rang and snapped me out of my short-term stupor. I shook my head. Right, I needed to get back to the classroom. I doubted Ira was going to be at the next lesson. I washed my hands from nothing in particular. Still touched the inside of a bathroom. That's, Weeks passed. My life didn't exactly change. I went to school the same way. I sat through the lessons and then went to the store, then to the library or for a walk, and then when it got dark, I headed home, day after day. Huh? My notebook. I just left to get a snack from the cafeteria. Where did it go? Oh, Shubina, we borrowed your homework for a second. You don't mind, right? It's fine. Thanks. By the way, is this supposed to be you? He lifts a scrap of paper up to me. Oh no. I forgot I left it in there. No, it's just a drawing. Yeah? You sure? It really looks like you if you were pretty. It's not me. Haha, whatever you say. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. Whenever that happened, my thoughts involuntarily drifted to Ira. She still attended class, albeit irregularly. She always vanished during breaks. I don't know where to, and I wouldn't dare ask. Something told me she'd say none of your business if I did, and she'd be right. But even so, I kept imagining those scenarios in my head, not just when I was being laughed at. I started doing it when I was walking home from school or to the store or just wandering the streets, killing time. I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ira. thought how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started to take new routes. It's embarrassing to think about it now, but... Ah, Ira. She just walks past me in the corridor. Not even a nod, not even a look in my direction. I guess I don't exactly stand out in the crowd, but... No, it's my fault for mumbling. I should have spoken louder, even though it took all of my courage just to muster that much. I didn't think that there was another visual novel that would like hit so close to home other than Valhalla. What the fuck? Even though I definitely think she should have heard it. Hey, Vadim. What? Remember when I gave you 50 kopecks? Can I have it back? 50 kopecks? When was that again? Last Friday? Jesus, you remember things like that? Can I have it back? Man, I don't even remember taking it. You sure you're not making this up? Maybe you gave it to someone else. No, it was you. Jeez. I don't freaking know. It's half a ruble. Shubina, who gives a shit? Yeah, why do you care so much? So petty. You probably just lost it or something. My eyes keep snapping to the doorway. It's empty, of course. What am I waiting for? Even if she showed up, what would she do? Mug him in front of everyone? That'd be really funny. Hey, stop thinking that. Maybe he really did forget. Who knows? When the game first started, I was wondering if two people were talking to each other because it seemed like there are two sides of a conversation, even though it seemed like a single stream of consciousness. And I just realized, even though I probably should have realized earlier, that it's like that sense of doubt, that long drawn out conversation that people have in their minds. I definitely do this. You know, I really shouldn't be upset. It's not that much. You could go grocery shopping with that, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not exactly starving. Lately, I've been eating too much junk anyways. Yeah. Maybe if I eat less of this stuff, my skin will clear up. That'd be nice. Also, you don't use makeup at all, right? No, I don't. We're not allowed to, though. What are you saying? They allowed it last year. Really? Nobody's gonna send you home for it. Oh, that's good, I guess. These girls rarely talk to me. They're... whatever. They're usually pretty nice, though. At least when they're not joking along with the guys. I think one of them likes Vadim. She laughs a lot whenever he says anything to me. And I suppose we have very different senses of humor. But you never tried it before, yeah? Makeup? No, never. Seriously? You're like 15 already. 14? Same thing. You gotta learn to do it at some point, especially with that complexion. I'm not really... Hey, how about we help you out? Yeah, just some light makeup. You'll see what it's like. I don't know. Come on, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, you're gonna love it. Alright, but... Yay. Come here, then. I don't think people do unpleasant things on purpose. Nobody wakes up in the morning with the goal to make somebody feel bad. I really believe that. I really believe that. If someone is doing something hurtful, They don't fully understand it. So I shouldn't wish bad things on people who don't really know they're being mean. I shouldn't wish for Ira to appear and interrupt them, or to scream at them, or punish them, or anything. I can still hear everyone laughing as I run out to the corridor. I'm covering my face. I don't need any teacher seeing me like that. At least the toilet's close so I can wash this mess off quickly. Ugh. I should stop falling for these pranks, but... Bump. Sorry. I lift my face up without thinking, oh no. The hell? Ira jerks away from me. I can't blame her. I must look like an insane person. Yeah, I look awful. God, I can't handle her looking at me like that. I'm sorry. Huh? I run past her. Run. I just need to get to the restroom. I just need to wash it off. Alright, I'm gonna stop here. Thank you, everybody. See you in the next one. Stay safe and sweet dreams.